All right. Okay. Next one. A given rectangle has an area of 24 square feet. Which of the following cannot be one of its side lengths? Okay, so we have a rectangle. And they tell me that the area of this rectangle is equal to 24 squared feet. How do you calculate the area of a rectangle? What's the formula for area of a rectangle?
Is it length times width?
Yep, length times width. So we have length times width. The area is supposed to equal to 24. So what two numbers can I multiply to get 24?
6, 4.
Okay, so 6 times 4, which means this could measure 6 and this could measure 4, and that works. So we know definitely 4 would work, so that's not going to be our answer because we're looking for the one that cannot be. So we know for a fact 4 is a possible answer, so no. I'm going to put like an X next to it. Okay, what other two numbers can I multiply to get 24?
8 times 3.
8 times 3, very good. So that means that this could be 8, this could be 8, this could be 3. So that means that this cannot be the answer because it works. So we're looking for the one that does not work. Is there any way to get to 24 by multiplying 10?
Nope.
No, because 10 times anything is always going to end up being a number in zero. So like 10 times 2 is 20, 10 times 3 is 30, etc. So the only one that doesn't work is 10. And because of that, 10 is going to be our answer. Because again, the question is looking for cannot. These questions can sometimes be a little confusing because it's like opposite thinking. But just try to focus on, okay, what do I know is definitely true? Then go back to the problem and say, well, if they're looking for cannot means which one of these is false? Which one of these cannot be true? And then that's how you find your answer. Okay. This next one says, the circumference of a circle is 20 centimeters. What is the approximate radius of a circle? Now, there is a very important word here, and it is approximate. If you look at all your answer choices, what do you not see in any of your answer choices?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like usually when we're working with circles, whenever we work with circles,
A
we
pi.
often see pi. In this problem, we don't see pi anywhere. So
does that mean
this
we're gonna
tells me
multiply by 3.14?
exactly. So whenever you see approximate and you don't see pi anywhere, you can assume that you need to convert pi and use 3.14. That is the decimal format that we use for pi. So the circumference of a circle is always going to equal to what? What's the formula for circumference of a circle?
2πr.
2 times the radius times pi. Now they tell me the circumference is equal to 20, so I'm going to plug that in. 20. 2 times, I don't know what r is, that is what we're looking for. And I'm going to use 3.14 for pi. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just switch these around in order just so that I can multiply 2 times 3.14 and leave r for last. So 3.14 times 2, that's going to be 8. That's going to be 2.
63.8.
And that's going to be 6. So we have 20 is equal to 6.28 times r, times the radius. Now my job is to get r alone. How would I get r alone here? What do I need to do in order to get r alone?
Divide by both
Divide
sides.
Yes, we're gonna divide by both sides because right now it's multiplying. So the opposite is to divide. So I'm gonna divide both sides by 6.28. This would go away, leaving me with r is equal to, so let's take care of the division. So we have 6.28, and I got 20 on the inside. Now, remember what I told you that whenever you divide with decimals, you want to make sure that the number on the outside is a whole number. So let's move the decimal all the way to the left. I'm sorry, to the right. So I'm going to move this decimal once, twice to the right. Same thing here, once, twice, and we fill this in with zeros. So 628 is going to fit into 2,000 at least. I'm going to say maybe 3 times, because 3 times 600 is 1,800. So let's try 3 and see what we get. So 3 times 8 is going to be 4, carry the 1. No, carry the 2, sorry. 3 times 2 is going to be 6 plus 2 is 8. And 3 times 6 is going to be 18. So I think this is as close as it's going to get. So this is going to become 1. So this becomes 9. This becomes 9. This becomes 10. So this is going to be 6, 1, 1. I'm going to go ahead and put a decimal, add a 0, bring it down. Now, 628 is going to fit into 1,160. I'm
Two times.
sorry?
2 times.
2 times?
I say 2 because that's the only choice you have in the answer that had 3.2.
That's true. I don't think it fits 2 times. I think it fits 1 time, and then probably the next number is going to be like 5 or above, and that's why they round it up to 3.2. So obviously, like you said, the only answer choice that has like a 3 in there is going
Yeah,
to be B.
I think it's 1.
So it
'cause
is 1 time. I just want to make sure we do the math right. So it is going to be 1 time.
if you multiply by 2, it gives you 1, 2, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's too big if you do it times 2. So again, I'm just going to do the math just because I want to make sure that we're doing the math right. So it's going to be 2, that's going to be 3, that's going to be 5. And then when you put the next one, then that one's probably going to be somewhere like around, not, maybe like around 8. It's going to be like 8 something maybe, about. But anyways, the point is that because it's 3.18, that 8 would round up the 1 into a 2. It would bump it up to a 2. So the final answer would end up being 3.2 as your final answer. And again, I only did that because I want to make sure that like we follow through on the step.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So whenever you see the number behind the decimal is lower, and then the next one is higher than it, do you ultimately just round it up?
So if you see that all the answer choices only have 1 decimal, and you're doing your problem and you're like, I got 2, or you have more than 2, that means that they rounded up. So for example, because 8 is bigger than 5, then if you need to stop at the first decimal point, then you would bump it up by 1 because 8 is bigger than 5. So that 1 would then become a 2.
Yeah.
So your answer would be 3.2.
Yeah, but I'm asking if you're to see any answer choice like that, do
Well, if
you
you were to see it like that, then the safe assumption would be that, yeah, they round it up. That is the only assumption that we could possibly make. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right. So this next one, I think it's the same one we did earlier. Yeah, I did that one already. Didn't I? Didn't I do that one? I did. Haha, I did it.
Yeah.
We did a
Okay.
simple question.
Alrighty. So I had one question I didn't get a chance to do, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and save this PDF so that you guys, if you want it, just send me a quick email and I will send it to you. And I know I got a couple of questions. I know Carlos sent me some questions through email. So I didn't get a chance to do them today. I mean, like right now in class, but I will definitely go over them tonight during our 8 p.m. class. So please come to class so that I can go over them and make sure you guys are understanding them well. All right. Do we have any last minute questions before I let you guys go?
No, no.
Okay. I'm gonna put my email in the chat just really quick, in case anybody still needs it.
Wait, actually, hold on. I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So you remember that email that I think everybody got? It's like there's like a December gift like with the AFQT thing.
Uh-huh.
I did a test yesterday, and I just want to know what's the. I mean, I can't tell you my score. What I got. I don't know. What it didn't tell me like what was supposed the percent of the score. You know. It just says it's out of 59 questions. So I just want to know how many. What's my percent average or the grade that I suppose I got. I mean, I can tell you what's the fraction like, and you can tell me how much is that in like a percent or.
Well, how many did you get right?
Hold on, I'll tell you. Hold on, I have it here.
Yeah.
I got 37 out of 59.
Okay, so if you want to figure out what your percentage would be, you just divide the number you got right. So
Yeah,
37 was it?
yeah.
37 divided by 59 and then multiply by 100 and that'll give you the percent.
Okay.
And that way you kind of like have an idea of what you got.
All right.
All right?
Okay.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
guys. Hope to see you guys tonight. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.